Hello, 11th and 12th grade American Literature class. I told you last time I'm not going to have a lot for you right now because there's some other things I need you to work on, and I'm going to go over what exactly I'm expecting of you. We're going to start with reading the companion piece to Rules of the Game. It's the story called Two Kinds. You need to read that on your own and do the homework. It is a more complicated story. It's very similar to Rules of the Game. In fact, it's a cousin of the young lady in Rules of the Game, who is the main character. I really need you to read that on your own. Do that homework, think it through, take your time on it. And also, you will need to purchase the book Words by Ginny Weintraub. This is her first novel that she'd ever written, and she wrote it, 7 years ago now. Maybe a little longer than that, come to think of it. But for a premiere novel, it was unbelievably good. And in fact, she became the example for her agency. The man who represented her to publishers uses her first chapter of her novel as an example of how to grab a reader's attention right from the very beginning. It's an excellent book. I cannot recommend it enough, and I don't need to because I'm requiring you to read it. This will be our last book of the year. We cannot read it out loud online like this because that wouldn't be fair to her. She wouldn't be getting an income from that, and this is her job. So what I am asking from you, if you can, please purchase the book. You can get a Kindle version for very inexpensively. You can get the paperback version if you like. You can usually get that. You can get it used or you can get it brand new. Again, it's not going to be more than $15. It's going to be less expensive than that. For the Kindle version, it's much, much less. It's a couple bucks. It's not available on Audibles yet, so that you won't be able to do. If you absolutely cannot afford to purchase the book, then you can arrange to go to the school and pick up a copy. I have, I think I'm short about 6 copies. So I'm willing to let you guys read the copies I have at school. I was planning to purchase more this year with this class, but I cannot do that this year. With everything that's going on, we have to be very, very careful of how much money we see spent from the school side because, we have to pay our teachers through the rest of the year. We're all working really hard to make sure we're worth that paycheck, let me tell you. But we need you to, if you can, purchase it inexpensively through Kindle, please do so. If you cannot, just let me know and I'll make sure there's a book available for you at the school. In fact, you could just pick it up. I'll make sure that there are copies of the book in the office for you. There will be there until they're not there. Okay, that's as good as it gets. Once you are finished reading the book, please return it immediately so that if somebody else needs to get a hold of it, they can. We're going to be treating this almost like a book club where do the first homework assignment. Read whatever I've told you to read, do the first few questions, the first chapter or so, and then we'll get together and we'll talk about what that chapter was about. I'll talk about it. This is our chance to really learn something important about ourselves and about our new Christian authors that are available. Ginny Weintraub is absolutely one of my favorite authors today. I think her work is amazing, and she is doing more and more work that every time she publishes a book, I'm right there to get the next book. So let me just explain a little bit about what this book is about. It takes the reader into a world that's almost a little too disturbing to enter. She follows the life of a little girl who has been horribly abused, and she used her own experiences as a survivor of child abuse. And that lets us understand the inner dialogue of the victim whose traumatization has taken away her power of speech. Now, we've actually talked about this a little bit before when we talked about Maya Angelou, who lost her power of speech after being molested as a young child. and then became very interested in poetry as a result. Jenny Weintraub went through much the same situation where she lost her power of speech due to early trauma, and as a result was able to bring that about in this novel to explain exactly what was going on in her thought processes during that time. So we also come to know an artist in the book who has been consumed with guilt on a daily basis since she had been responsible for the death of her own child. So this is a very deeply personal and intense book, and it's a shockingly great debut. And I'm really looking forward to having you read it and us discussing it through this. And really, that's all of that this lecture is. So I need you to read that one story on your own. The story is Two Kinds. Read that on your own and do the homework, and you're going to turn that homework into me later. And then go ahead and make sure you get a hold of this book, Words. If I have to, pull my own copy off the bookcase, I will do it. But you need to get a hold of this book. Okay, well, that is all I have for you today. Please get to work on your own, and I hope that you get a hold of Words quickly and that you really enjoy it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.